The Yummy Mummy Club.
When you were 13, did you have a mentor? I did. I'm so lucky that my mother and my grandmother both were able to talk me through my teens. But a lot of girls aren't that lucky. You know, since I became a mom, inspiring young girls and women and mentorship has become really important to me. And that's why we've partnered with the Dove Movement to put together this 5-part series on mentorship. The premise is very simple. I've invited some of my favorite women, all who are very successful both personally and professionally. They're all women, and I've asked them to share their advice and mentor some teenage girls on some really important topics relevant to teenagers. So today's subject is friendship. How do you know who to trust? How do you make friends as a teenager? And here's the advice we got.
How to know when you have a true friend?
Figuring out who your good friends are.
Wow.
Don't make me go back to the pain.
It's always going to be a question.
I find like I have like a group of people that I hang out with, except then like as the year went on, especially this year, I figured out, well, I don't really trust this person because like in the past that person's gone off and done stuff, so it's really hard for me to figure out like who I can trust and people that I can hang out with at the same time.
I think you know your friends if you listen to your gut.
Follow your gut. Trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts. And I think that's something that teenagers maybe don't do enough of, is listening to how they're truly feeling from their guts, from their instincts.
You get to choose who's in your world. Pick the people who treat you well and who bring out the best, the people that you actually feel like you're being your best you when you're in their company.
You've got to find individuals that you relate to and that you trust.
Someone that you feel comfortable around.
Try to see what their personality is and if they're a lot like me.
If they're showing you kindness and respect, people who love you
and are willing to be there for you when you're having a good time or when you're having a hard time.
But also remember that during high school it's a time of change for a lot of people.
High school changes you a lot when there's a lot more people and there's a lot more influences.
You're basically shoved into a same age grouping with people that you may have absolutely nothing in common with.
And the truth is, you don't really know who your good friends are until you've been with that crowd for a little while.
It takes time.
But most of the really cool kids in high school are the ones that are struggling when they get older, because when you're that age, people seem to think it's cool if everybody's the same.
Well, I think that everybody wants to kind of be the same to fit in, I guess.
Definitely somebody that you hear gossiping is going to be gossiping about you the second you leave the room. So I wouldn't put too much trust in them.
There are certain cliques of girls who don't want to let anyone else in, and it's hard to deal with.
I had a lot of girlfriends who maybe weren't the same mindset as me. And when I realized I could say no and not be in that group, even as an adult, my life lifted.
My parents said that they were trying to be popular at a few stages, and when they just stopped trying, they became popular because they were themselves.
The very best guide for knowing whether or not you have a true friend is asking yourself whether or not that friend makes you feel good about yourself.